Morning everybody. Just had a little spillage situation, so I'm just tidying up. Okay, let's see if I can find you all on my iPad and then we can make a start. Bit of a different one for me. It's Tuesday and I'm usually live on a Monday, so I feel a bit out of sorts. But it's going to be a good session this morning. I can feel it already, so I'm just going to see if I can find me. Morning to you, Baz. Lovely to have you with us. Morning to you, Sue. Okay, ready to go. So hi everybody, welcome to my Monday morning live on a Tuesday. Yesterday was Florence's first day back at school. My husband took the day off, which was lovely, so I popped and had a quick dog walk with my friend, and then we just spent some time together, which was really, really nice. Floss had an amazing day at school, so she was all smiles, went to bed nicely, and she was happy to get up and go this morning. Emily has had her first session at preschool this morning. She already goes to nursery 2 days, but yes, first day starting a new preschool this morning with children that she'll go to school with in September. So yeah, big week here in the Marsh house. Did I cry? I had a little tear yesterday morning, Baz, and it was before we left. Florence was quite happily getting ready for school. I'd just taken that really nice photo that I put on Facebook of her, and there was a song playing on the radio that brought a little tear to my eye, but no, she was quite happy. I think it was just relief all round about getting back to normal, and hopefully this is the start of the end of all this craziness. So yeah, that was lovely yesterday. This morning the sun is shining, it's a beautiful day, and I'm going to play with a bit of an oldie for you. So last week I showed you all the new butterfly set, which is just stunning. I'm in awe of it all, but I thought I'd go with something a bit old today, so I'm going to be using Under My Umbrella, which has been around for I think a couple of years now, and it's one of those ones that I forget it's on my shelf, but I'd always like playing with it, and it's really spring-like, so great for a day like today. So I hope you're all sitting nice and comfortably. I've got a piping hot cup of tea, and we can make a start. What have you said, Baz? I'm getting cocktails ready for tomorrow when Josh goes, but I bet you are. No more homeschool, Baz. No more maths and geography and everything, and hopefully more craft time for you. So let's make a start. I'm just going to turn my screen around. Hopefully you can see what I can see. Okay. Great, so let's just push that up a little bit. Okay, so I've got a new piece of grid paper, and the set I'm going to be using is this. Okay, so this has been around for a couple of catalogues now, Under My Umbrella. I know quite a few of my customers have got it, and it's lovely sentiment. So life showers brings love's flowers, very sweet. No matter the weather, we're friends forever. It's your day, and hello sunshine, and a few other little ones as well. And then you've got these really cute images that are great for colouring, and of course it comes with a lovely punch. So I'm going to be playing with that this morning, and I've also got a lovely rainbow of colour which you can just about see over here. I thought we'll play with rainbows, we'll play with umbrellas, and we'll see where the mood takes us. So I'm going to start with a nice little base of white, I think. So I'm going to cut 2 white card bases, and I'm going to line it up at, let's do 10 folds. I like 10 folds. I'm going to pop it on its long edge, line it up at 14.9 centimetres and score. Give it a turn, line up at 10.5 and cut. So there we have our 2 card bases. So we just need one of those to get us started. Okay, now I want to actually emboss onto this card base. I'm just going to grab my embossing folder, and I fancy a bit of the brick and mortar embossing folder. So this is one of the reasons why I have used a 10-fold card, because what we're going to do is we're going to pop this in our embossing folder like so, and we're going to run that through our embossing Do I want it like that? No, sorry, I should have done the other card size. I should have done a book fold, because you need to run your embossing folder through like this. Well, that might work if I do it on the side. Let's give it a try. So I'm going to run that through my embossing folder, embossing machine. See what happens. Excuse my squeaky chair. Darren has promised me he will have a look at it at the weekend for me. It's very annoying, isn't it? Okay, great. That actually worked really nicely. So we've now got our card base that's embossed with that brick and mortar embossing folder. Okay, so I'm just going to give that a little burnish on the edge, so that will now stand really nicely. I love that embossing folder, so that actually worked quite well, didn't it? And then I've got here just a piece of scrap white card, so it's nothing special. I don't even know the measurement of it. It's just a piece that I've got lying around. It's actually 6 centimetres by about 14, so that is going to be my piece for the middle. And I'm going to use this Hello Sunshine sentiment, just this one here. Okay, my block is a bit grubby, and I want to stamp this. We're going to stamp in rainbow colours. So I've got a little bit of Melon Mambo to start with. This is a brand new ink pad as well. So we're going to stamp with a little bit of Melon Mambo, like so. And I'm going to need to clean my stamp each time. So I'm just going to use my stamp scrub. Sarah's put, my baby hasn't returned to school. He's now 30, but he started a new job yesterday. Oh, wonderful. I hope he had a great day, Sarah. It's nice to hear of people starting new jobs. Just going to pop that this side. Just close my ink pad. So I've gone with a bit of an alternative rainbow colour. I've gone with Melon Mambo as my red. I'm going with Mango Melody as my orange. Daffodil Delight for my yellow. Like so. There's lots going on around my desk today. My desk is quite literally just my grid paper, isn't it? Okay, we've got Granny Apple Green for our Granny Apple Green. We've got a bit of Coastal Cabana for our blue. I'm really enjoying Coastal Cabana at the moment, like so. I've got Highland Heather for my purple. And I think I'm going to leave that there. Okay. So now I know that that piece of card is long enough. I'm just going to trim that off at the bottom. Okay. It's always better to have too much cardstock than not enough. So I'm just going to trim that like so. Okay. And then this is going to go on my card like that. And I'm going to pop that on with some dimensionals. So a nice summery card we're going with. Okay, so that's our little starting point. And then I want some scrap Whisper White or basic white, and I'm going to stamp. Let's have an umbrella. Let's have this little umbrella. I always think of this as like a Mary Poppins umbrella. And then we want some flowers, which we'll have this one here, I think. Yeah, let's go with that one. Oh, and we want our little, so for our, I was going to call it a hockey stick then, but it's not a hockey stick, is it? This, like so. I'm going to show you a technique to use with this stamp set. Let's see if I've got a bigger block here. Right, so I have here just a scrap of card. I can't find my big block for some reason. So I'm going to just punch this out like so. So that's just my scrap. Now I'm going to lay this on my block. Okay. So we know that that goes in like so. So then I'm going to pop my stamp on there. Oh, I need to turn it over. Sorry, wrong way. I'm going to pop my stamp on there like so. And then this one is going to go on about there. I think I've just done this the wrong way round. Yeah. So then when I stamp, and this might work, this might not work, this might all just blow up in my face, but we're all friends, aren't we? So I'm just adding some memento. And I'm going to stamp that like so. Now, when I slide this in, and it does work quite well for the umbrella, but it hasn't worked for the handle. So we'll just skip over that. Don't try that at home. And I want some flowers. So let's stamp that one again. Jealous of my pen collection. Oh, Sharon, you are getting there, my dear. You are getting there. You're building up a nice little collection. I'm waiting on the delivery of the snail ones this week. So hopefully they should be with you very soon. Right, so we've stamped our umbrella. And I'm going to do a little bit of colouring now. So for our flowers, I'm just going to colour them in. So I'm using some Daffodil Delight for the centres. And there is going to be a little bit of fussy cutting today, but I hope you don't mind. For our leaves, we'll have a little bit of Granny Apple Green. I'm loving what you have already. Great, I'm really pleased. For those of you that don't know, each month I run a Stamping Blends Club where you can purchase a stamp set with the blends. You get some videos to show you how to use them, and you also get some cardstock and some card ideas as well. So for March, I'm using the Kangaroo and Company set, and there's information about that on my website. So I'm just colouring with some Melon Mambo, sorry. Couldn't think then what it was called. And I'm just going to colour these flowers in very, very randomly. Okay. It's going to be a nice, relaxing live today. Adding a bit of shadow on there, and then we'll have a little bit of Mango Melody. Oops. It's quite a nice stamp set to colour, this one. And then let's have some Highland Heather. A little bit of, so there isn't a Coastal Cabana blend, so I'm actually going to use the light Bermuda Bay pen. Just using that fine tip to colour in with. The paper is basic white, yes, Sharon. I actually recommend basic white. And then what other colour did we go for? We've got a bit of yellow, haven't we? Let's go for some yellow then. I know the centre of our flower is yellow. Right, let's use the light one. That's better. Okay, so we've got our flowers and now we get to colour our umbrella in. So I'm going to colour that in. Let's go with a green, shall we? Because we've not got much green on our flowers. I'm just going in with the dark to start with. And then I'm going to bring the light colour up to meet the dark. And then just go over that line. Okay. So we have our umbrella, we just need to punch out our hockey stick or tail of our umbrella. Line that up. Brilliant. Okay, so our little umbrella we're going to pop down here. And I'm just going to stick that on with a little bit of wet glue to get us started. And then our little umbrella stick can go up like so. Just going to pop that on with a little mini dimensional. Like so. Okay, and then our little flowers we can just cut around. Oh my gosh, what's going on today? The glue has just emptied itself out over my scissors. So we'll just give this a little trim around. And it's nice to add some flowers, isn't it? Especially at the moment. Morning to you, Sophie. Look at these lovely, lovely spring flowers. Nice little bit of fussy cutting in the sunshine. All the little spring lambs are running around the field up the road now, which is very sweet. I think we're going to take the girls for a little walk this weekend to see them if the weather's nice. I think it's going to be a bit rainy in the next few days, and we can't really do those things during the week anymore. It feels like a while since I've done any fussy cutting. Been using those dies all the time. Okay, so that is coming together quite nicely. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on my flowers up the top, like so. And then these flowers I'm going to arrange on the top of our umbrella. Like so. Okay, so that is our finished card one. All we need to do is add a little layer inside. Let me know what you think. Just bringing my trimmer back in. And the layer that I want to cut inside is going to measure 13.9 centimetres by 9.5 centimetres. And I quite like the white on white of this card. So let's just do that now. And then we could easily turn that into a birthday card with a birthday sentiment, or you could have it as just a simple note card. But what I am going to do is just stamp another one of those lovely flowers just inside my card, like so, just to bring that outside in. So a little bit of granny apple green for our leaves. We'll have a little bit of light yellow for our flower. A bit of melon mambo there. We've got some mango melody. Finishing up with some Highland heather. I just need to do those inserts of those flowers. Okay, and there we have it. Our first card of the morning. I hope you like that. So I have used that lovely brick and mortar embossing folder on our basic white card base. So I'll just show you that up close. You can see that just like so. We've got some lovely repetitive stamping with that Hello Sunshine stamp in our little rainbow colours. And then we've got our umbrella and our flowers, and then inside a few more flowers to finish. So I really like that. It's super clean, super simple. And if you wanted to make that into a birthday card, you could easily grab a birthday stamp set sentiment and just swap the Hello Sunshine for happy birthday. So that's our first card. I'm going to treat you to 2 cards today because I'm nice like that. And I'm going to use our other white card base that we've got here that we've cut at the beginning. And let's go with a bit more rainbow. So let's make some rainbow stripes, shall we? So let's cut a piece of thin basic white cardstock, and I'm going to cut that down to 9.5, or even a thank you sentiment. Yes, Baz, indeed. Loving your thoughts there, by 13.9. And then you saw me do this a little while ago with the snails, and I'm going to do the same now with the umbrellas. So I'm starting with my dark, and I'm just using a simple line, and I'm going to do dark, then light. Okay. So we're almost creating our own DSP. We've got Mango Melody now. I'm going in with dark. Then light. And we'll see how far down we get with this. This is a great way to use your blends as well. You could also use your Stampin' Right markers for this if you have those instead. And this reminds me a bit of the Ice Cream Corner DSP, which there are some lovely stripy patterns in that as well. wrong end. I'm sure I need pens. You've been saying that for a little while now, Denise. Let's have a chat about what ones might be good to start with. Okay. So this takes a little bit of time, but I think it's worth it. And it doesn't matter that my lines are a bit wonky. I think it's all part of the look. Granny apple green light is really light, isn't it? So can we get 3 lots of this on here, I wonder? I think we might be able to do 3. Purples, yeah, I can't imagine why you'd want purple. Denise. Denise is a big fan of purple. So we're creating these lovely candy stripes. Carrying on our little rainbow theme. I'm really into rainbows at the moment. And actually we're talking about decorating the girls' bedroom. It's not been done for a little while. When we asked Emily the other day, what colours would you like? Her answer was black and rainbows. So she's a girl after my own heart. Daddy wasn't impressed with that though. He said, how on earth do we do rainbows? I said, oh, we can try. Okay, look at that. It fits almost perfectly on those colours. Okay, look at that. Let me press that. I'm just going to do one little pink line down the bottom because I have space. Brilliant. I really like that. So, Karen, I promise you they're not straight. If you look up close, they are super wonky. But I think it's all part of the look. So we've created our own little background paper there. And I love how that looks on that card base as well. So let's pop that on our card base. You could do rainbows on one wall, I know. I quite like pastel coloured rainbows as opposed to kind of really bright rainbows. And that would go in with our house more than anything else. So I've got now some more scrap white here, and let's use the welly boots, shall we? Love the welly boots in this set. I'll clean my stamp in a bit, and let's get rid of that. Love the welly boots. We can't wait to stomping around in the puddles with our welly boots. Our little welly boots, and now let's colour those in. So let's have some nice pink welly boots, shall we? I'm just going to use the light one to start us off. And then we'll add a little bit of definition with the dark. So I'm just thinking about where the kind of shadow might be. Adding that in, and then I'm going to go over with the light. Just bring that colour in. And then this, there isn't a punch for this, sadly, So I'm going to cut this out with my scissors. Let's just trim around this. Gorgeous, thanks Stacey. Got to go with the shopping rabbit. Oh, lovely, love a shopping day. I hope it's all there, Maz. I'll speak to you soon. Okay. So we've got our little red pink welly boots now, which look a bit lost on there, don't they? So I am going to cut a large circle because, as you all know, I love a circle. If I can find my circles. Oh, girls, where are my circles gone? We might not be having circles. We've got stitch shapes, they'll do. I was using them the other day, so who knows where they've gone. Let's have a nice white circle, shall we? So I'm just going to cut that from my white card. I think they might be in the house because I was using them the other day to do some of my kits. And I do love a circle, so I'm going to use the large circle from the Stitched Shape dies. These stitch shapes are really useful dies to have, especially how they layer with the layering circles, squares and ovals. So we've got our lovely white circle, and then let's stamp some more of those flowers. I'm going to use the same flowers. I'm going to have a few of these. Let's have 1, 2, 3 and 4. So apologies girls, there's going to be a little bit more fussy cutting. So let's have our leaves. Just adding a little bit of colour here. Like so. So I'm trying to get the effect that they're not all coloured in. And then let's go in with our mango inside. Okay. So I'm trying to alternate what bits I'm colouring. Like so, and then we want our purple. And then yellow. Okay, so this is coming together. Like so, and then we just want some more of that mango for our centres. Some people might think, why on earth has she coloured them like that? But I didn't really want, I want a little bit of that white showing on those flowers. So let's just cut around these really quickly. There is also another stamp set that coordinates with this same set and punch as well in that main catalogue. I think it's Pretty Parasol. I haven't got it, but it's very nice. There's some lovely designs. It's a bit more delicate, and you've got a bit more some nice sentiments in it, and there's some really fun patterns that the parasol, the umbrellas have got. Okay. Glad I made myself a cup of tea this morning now. Oh, thank you, Simone. Gorgeous cards. Love that set. I do as well. And I haven't used it for such a long time. And I was browsing on my shelf this morning. I thought, well, I don't know what to make. And here we are. It's such a good one, isn't it? And it was so popular when it first came out as well. So you can probably guess where I'm going with this. The flowers are going to be in the wellies, and then we're just going to have a few more for decoration. I wonder what Emily's doing right now. Hopefully she's made some little friends. She's off playing, hopefully in the garden. I've got a nice garden round there. For those of you that used to come to my face-to-face classes, she's at the Memorial Hall in my village. So that's where she has gone to preschool. Like I said, she already goes to nursery and she absolutely loves it. But where she is at this preschool, she'll actually start school with some of the children there in September, because the nursery she goes to is out of the village. But I didn't want to take her out of that because she loves it so much, and they've got a forest school, which she's at her happiest when she's outside in the garden. Okay, so we've got little flowers now, so let's think about our sentiment actually. So just thinking about what to do. And actually I might go a little bit rogue with this now. So sticking with that Hello Sunshine theme, I'm going to bring in this, which, amazing, you'll be amazed at this. I used this a little while ago and didn't really think much of it, hadn't seen it for a little while. And then I posted out my kits to my customers for February, and one of my customers rang me and said, I'm really sorry, but there's a stamp set that I didn't order in my box and it's used. So I'd actually posted this unbeknowingly to a customer. She very, very kindly sent it back to me. So yeah, sent it out, had no idea. So let's do a little bit of this. So we've got You Are My Sunshine, and we're going to emboss this. And I think this will really make the rainbow pop that little bit more. Let's add some white embossing powder to that, shall we? This is such a great stamp set. Let's give that a little heat. Takes a little while to heat emboss this because it's quite a large area, but it does look fab. So now look at that black against the white, love it. So I'm going to trim around this. And I'm going to trim around it, just leaving a little line of black around the edge. I sometimes feel that when you use a lot of colour on a card, you don't necessarily want to pick out one colour. So black is a great alternative to use, black and white. And it really does make things just pop. So I'm a huge fan of this black and white heat embossing, as those of you that follow me closely will know. Okay, I'm just going to trim into that S a little bit more without cutting it off, I hope. Oops. This is when a craft knife will probably come in handy. That's it, done, happy. And then we'll just follow that round. And I'm going to cut that little strip off, I think, at the bottom. That's it. Yep, don't want that. Let's get rid of that. Okay, yeah, I really like this now. So let's start building. Let's just clear a little space. I want that still. So we're going to bring in some dimensionals and we're going to add this like so. And then our little welly boots are going to go like so. I'm going to pop that on with another one actually, because what I want to do is tuck these flowers kind of behind and on, okay. And then that can go on the front. Like that, and then we've got sunshine. Oh, I like this a lot. This is probably one of my most used sentiments or sets of this catalogue. I've used it so much. Take off that little backing. And then let's add another little flower here. Yep, and then we just need to put on that extra little sentiment piece, like so. And then we've got this "You Are My" here. So let's just trim this down. Like so. I'm really pleased with that. You Are My Sunshine. Really, really nice. And then we just need to do the inside. So for the inside, I'm going to cut a piece that is exactly the same size, which was, who remembers, it was 13.9 centimetres by 9.5 centimetres. And that is going to go just in there. But before I do that, let's just do a little bit of rainbow to bring that in. So we've got our yellows in this corner, and then let's do the greens and the purples up here. A lot of love for this card. Rainbows really make me smile too, Bev. So, and then that we're going to stick just inside our card. Okay, so there we have our 2 finished cards this morning. Do let me know what you think, which one's your favourite, if you've done something like this at home before, or if you're going to give it a try. It's always nice to see what people think. So our first card, really simple background of just white embossing. We've done a little bit of repetitive stamping in our rainbow colours, and we've added our umbrella and our flowers, some more flowers inside. And then our second card, a little bit more going on. We've created our rainbow with our blends just by drawing lines with the fine tips. We've added a lovely circle die cut piece, our wellies, some more flowers, and then that lovely heat embossed sentiment, which comes from the Ridiculously Awesome stamp set. So that is me finished for this morning. Thank you so much for spending, well, nearly 50 minutes with me. Wow, that's a long one today. I'll be live again tomorrow night at 8:30. I do hope you can join me. If you've got any questions about any of the products or techniques I've used, please do get in touch. Denise, speak to me about building your Stampin' Blends collection. And I hope to speak to you all very soon. Have a lovely day. Enjoy the sunshine if you can get outside and it is sunny where you are. And that's it from me. So I'm off now to do a little bit of blogging, and then I need to go and collect Emily at 12. So have a great day, everyone. Thanks for joining. Take care. Bye.